Question 5. A scalene triangle is shown but not to scale, and the smallest angle is labelled at x. Consider the case where the other two angles are 10 and 20 degrees larger than x, respectively. So explaining why this equation exists. Alright, so if we've got x here, that's our first x. We then have that the other two angles have to be, one of them is x plus 10, and the third is x plus 20. And so, oh, that's not the right colour. And so, we know that, and the answer that you write here, we know that the sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. And so that's why that is 180 on that side of the equation. Solve the equation, and so then what are the sizes of the three angles? Alright, a lot of the time in a question like this, people will do step 1, but then won't actually list the sizes of the angles. So I know, looking at my space, that I'm going to need to leave some space to actually list those angles. So solve the equation. X plus 10 plus x plus 20 equals 180. So, don't know what I did there. 3x plus 30 equals 180. Subtracting 30 from both sides, I get 3x equals 150. And then dividing both sides by 3, I get x equals 50. So our first angle angle 1 is 50 degrees. I used colours earlier. Angle 2 is 10 degrees more than that, so that's 60 degrees. And angle 3 is 20 degrees more than our first one, is 70. And so then just a quick check that adds up to 180. We get 130, 180, or 110 plus 70 is 180 as well. So I know that I've got this right. Yeah, that's that one. Consider another case. Okay, so totally new triangle, where one of the larger angles is also not totally new triangle, sorry, just new information from our first case. One of the angles is 3 times the size of x, and the largest angle is 60 degrees more than twice x. So write this information down in an equation. So we're going to be writing a similar equation to the one that was given before. So we know in the first instance that we're going to have x plus, then one of the larger angles is 3 times the size of x. So our next angle is 3 times the size of x plus, and then our last angle is twice x, and then an additional 60 after that. And they want it to be an equation, which means it includes an equal sign. And so that's where we actually get a hint back up here on how to set that up. So we've got our 3 angles summed together to make 180. So solve your equation and state the size of, we only need the size of the largest angle this time. So we've got, collecting our like terms together, we have 6x plus 60 equals 180, And so then subtracting 60 from both sides, we get 6x equals 120, and then dividing both sides by 6, we get 20. Now it says in the blurb above that the largest angle is our green description here. So I can substitute, make sure we can see it, I can substitute in my largest angle equals 2 times 20 plus 60, which is 40 plus 60, 100 degrees. And that's the end of the question.